Right, welcome back, guys. We're part 2, I guess, of this Trog playthrough at the moment. We're sort of we've got our, like, one of our army groups has just sort of moved down along this road a little bit just to see how far along Capitar is. There must be a fair way along, actually. I think we'll just go back and deal with. We'll just keep on building up, basically. So we'll sort of just keep on going. Now we've got another group of these Ophidians, which are too strong for us at this point in time, I think. Certainly too strong for this group. Just move them back along. All right, tab across. So this will be where we mainly end up building our armies when we're sort of ready. Now we'll just go back into the buildings again. And so what I want to do here is just get everything ready for, well, we've got metal, which we can start to promote. We've now got 3 of the various shards: air shard, death shard, and earth shard, which won't mean much to us just yet. Now we've got the wooden wall, which I don't need. The study, I would like to get studies everywhere, but it's just 9 seasons, which means I then can't do much while we wait for that. This is the rush discount if we go for this one, but it does give me more unrest. The unrest here is 29%, which is actually fairly high. I really should try to reduce this everywhere. The Tower of Dominion negates the unrest penalty for a number of cities in your civilization. Increases growth and negates the unrest penalty. I think I might pop this in the home, I might grab this one here, I think. Like that way the home, like the actual capital, is not going to be, it should bring the actual unrest right down to practically nothing. If we hover over the unrest, it's going to reduce 18. Taxes will still be up there a little bit. And the bell tower as well is another one that we could do to just reduce a bit of the unrest here. I might just throw that in as well. Now I've still got 4 essence. I probably will want to save them, I think. Just click on done. All right, tab across. Everyone is now moved. When you press tab and there's nothing else to do, it just goes to the next page. Back through here, we do actually have some of the other forces. So we've got Sick with his force in there. We've got everyone else is just sort of thumping along, I guess. So what we'll do is there's different sanctums and stuff. I might start to move across actually and just have a bit of a look to see what we can do. I do like this little army that we've got here. So this is like a special area on the map. Now this sends a clearing surrounded by a ring of dead trees. So there's a couple of areas here. Crystal Crag. We'll just go in and have a look. Scouts have led you to the edge of an impassable crevice, a crack in the earth a mile wide, a crack long enough that you cannot see its end. A formidable barrier in progress, but what lurks inside is even more formidable still. This is a dwelling place of Abiax, one of the elemental lords of old. In the days before the coming of men and the Titans, his kind ruled the world. Now his dominion is shrunk to encompass only the chasm before you. For a moment your heart aches as this fallen god in his plight, yet you know if you can defeat Abelex and his creatures, the territory will be yours. Which would be nice for us to get, but he's going to be way too powerful initially. So we did only get +1 fame there. We've got the ring of the Band of Stalwart. This golden ring blazes with a warm crimson light, and it increases the defense of those who wear it. So to protect guards from falling asleep on watch. So this one here will give me +2 defense and +2 spell resistance. I'm not going to equip it with my main character. I'm going to equip that with who do we give that one to? Probably to Crunch, I think. So we'll give her the ring because I want her survivability to be really, really high. She has already got a defense there of 3. And there's the ring there. So we'll just go and throw that into the special areas. So defense now will be 5, and her spell resistance as well will be much, much higher. So this is all good. This is all good. So she's going to become super powerful over time. Just go and click on done. Hi, Orangutans Library. How are you going? And Thought and Element. So S Elemental, is it version 1.0? Not yet. It comes out in about 2 or 3 weeks, I think. So it's still a little way off. This is actually a release candidate. I wonder if I might just move up and just grab these locations. We've got really two things that are too strong for us, just wandering around here, which we want to sort of avoid if we can help it. If they come into the city, that's one thing. Like we managed to attack them last time. Hi, Began. How are you going? All right. So just tab across. So this city is now... We're just trying to get money from this city, basically, or just other resources. Now, from the research, we're getting +8. We're going to get weaponry in 3 seasons. I want to increase that because I want to be... There's a lot we want to get from the research tree. So let's go back into build in here, and we have the black market, the grocer. We'll give me faction. Now, we've only got +1 growth at the moment, so we only have a small surplus. It won't be much to push that over. The study, I think I'll just throw that one in there. The well, food bonus in the city +25%. That's going to be helpful. It's only 6 turns. Let's go and grab that. I'll just push to the north. And we will get the study as well. Just queue that up. And even the grocer, I think. Just get all of the basic things in here. The smelter as well here. Let's just queue them all up. That replaces, we've already got like the iron mine. Just going to be basically building that over the top. There we go, that'll do us. So they've got like a long list of things now to build up. Okay, that's good. Tab across. I might as well just get rid of these areas while we're here. The glyph rounded shield. Now this is 4 defense, 6 spell resistance, +4 dodge, +15 defense when defending. Wow. Okay, well I know who needs that. And that is, I think it's Sick that is already set up this way. So if we just go back into the equipment, just go to traits. This one is a defender. So this is going to help a lot. So we'll just go back to the equipment here. Now we've got the dual axe. We do actually have a primitive dagger here, which is going to then diminish the attack. If I go and give this one across, we then don't actually have anything left. So we've got no actual, no weapon. So I need to have a single-handed weapon in this case, which the dagger is as good as we've got, really. So throw the dagger in there for now, which doesn't give me much attack, but it does give me the ability to then work as a defender, like properly with the shield. And so I think that that's a good one for us to go with. These are important abilities that we then end up getting. So Sick is now sort of, and Sick is actually, I've left them inside here because they do pick up a little bit of experience every turn. Yep, so we're almost at level 4 with Sick. So that's, now we do need to get the crystal crags as well. So we've got a couple of them up this way. There's a life shard there as well. What do we have up there? Dark crevice. That's right, the spiders. I think we might go up and clear those out, actually, just while we're down this way. Let's just move across, back away from this this area. So I think that these sort of started off on these locations. Crystal crag back in there. Got broken ground there. They seem to have, things seem to have moved off from here, but I'll just leave it where it is. City events. Okay, we've got the merchant back over here. And again, this one's just a town, and just making up what we need in here. So we've got the market, which will provide me with more Gildar. I'm getting good income, but we're going to need a lot of it. So the monument will give me a zone of control. How far off are we, actually? A fair way. So what I'll be wanting to do is to get the iron ore and the crystal frag. What I might do, actually, before we do anything, let's just go and train up another pioneer unit here. I can actually train 2 of them, ultimately. New technology researched. So we now actually have the weapons, so we can now go and build things like daggers and stuff, but we don't get the... We do get a warhammer, which is probably going to be better. Let's just go and open the research. Okay, so what we're now looking for is I want to now build up my armies. Now, cooperation is going to give me group constrained groups of 4 units. I do want that one there. That's 27 away. And then from here we then get +1 army size as well with economics, which starts to sort of push in to different areas. Then that goes to 5. So that's a long way off, but this is not. Go to warfare. I've got drills, which allows me to get +1 more into the army size. That's only 10 away. So that would be good for us to do. We do actually have horses. So getting stables would also be good. Blacksmithing is going to allow me then to get the boar spear, the short sword, which is also excellent. But it's not going to change our actual our guys just yet. So we definitely want to maybe start off with drills. So let's just go and click on OK there. And we learnt the recipe now for the dagger and for the warhammer. Now the warhammer just not telling me what we get for that, but if we go back into our crafting, and we don't actually have the flawless iron, so we need to find more of that. We can use, we can actually go and sell for that, I think. We can go and buy it. That's foreign relations. Where is that? Ledger. I thought there was a way that we could actually sell things off. It's just showing us where we're getting stuff. No, I can't think of where it is. Hi Scanix, how are you going? Saying, do buildings get some adjacent bonuses when built next to certain buildings? No, they don't actually, but that's an interesting aspect. They don't really, but what it does do is you can actually move for free through a city. So if we end up moving onto a city and then coming on the other side, going through the actual city costs nothing. And also, what we have to try to do is just try to connect up all of the cities so that they're contiguous, so that the borders touch. And so getting another pioneer in here is going to help to make this contiguous. And what's going to happen, what I mean by that is if we go into this particular city and have a look at the unrest and hover over it, you can see there it's territory not contiguous to the capital. So we end up with a +15 unrest, which then slows everything down. So the unrest is very, very important. But the actual inside each city, the actual placement, does not really matter much other than just snaking the cities towards each other. And again, this one as well. Eventually, like that one sort of is almost across the... this one eventually will build and touch this one here. So if I can make those two larger and this one larger, we're then going to have all of those connected. That one almost... Yeah, this one here will be able to get connected up through there. And it's just now a matter of trying to... I've been trying to push north to get this crystal crag with the building of this particular city, but I could be heading south. We also have a warg location back down that way. Anyway, we'll see how we go. Now, they've got a pioneer coming from there. I am half tempted to grab another pioneer, but I probably from a place where it's... Well, this is actually the one place that doesn't really matter that much, but this is growing fairly strong now. So Timbricate is actually growing very, very quickly because it's got the extra grain. Maybe I'll just quickly show you the differences between the various cities. So if we do go back into the ledger, does it show the actual ledger itself? Let's go to the kingdom report here and go to the ledger here. So the ledger is going to sort of show us the like all the different, like the city lists. The economy is just going to be sort of like basically, you know, what's going on with the different city levels, so et cetera, et cetera. So you can see we've got the actual what are we getting through there? That's the Gildar amount that we generate. Let me go back to the city list itself. I think if we hover over, we're going to be able to see it. Not so much really. So we've got the city level in through here. So Dasburg and Timbricate, these are the fortresses. These are at level 3 and 2 respectively. The towns, these actually generate income. So the towns themselves are more likely to make money. And we have a couple of villages which haven't sort of gone anywhere yet. And we do want one of them to be a what's called a conclave, which will then generate research and magic. So at the moment, we've just the 2 fortresses will feed the army ultimately, and we'll start to sort of see that the towns themselves, when you have a look at the actual Gildar amount, the two towns are generating a lot more Gildar than the fortresses, but the fortresses will be where we build our armies. Then we've got the unrest back through here as well. And again, we can sort of see across the board that the unrest is fairly high, except for this one here, which is connected to our capital. So the capital is actually doing worse than this one through here. But we do actually have a bell tower, and sick grave hands being in the actual city is actually pushing that forward a little bit. Actually, I thought we had another one back in here. We had another. I thought our wife was also in one of these cities. See if I can find her. Actually, just go back to the. Hang on. Before I'll just finish off what I'm doing. Growth comes down from like this is actually interesting. We've got 0 growth here, so capped at the 0 by the fertility limit. So growth is the amount of per population increase. We only get limited growth in through here. So small surplus here. You can see 135%, but Silfra is actually growing fairly strongly. So this has actually got a moderate surplus of 270. It's hard to get like really, really strong growth, but over time, the towns will then feed the growth in the other locations as well, ultimately. So we want to get them sort of working as much as we can. The little villages do grow faster anyway, so they're sort of thumping along at 2. 2 is what we're wanting, because that will then grow nice and quickly. This one here is research, so you can see there we're getting a bit more research from Yithrin than we are from anywhere else. And so this one here is you see that the unrest is actually is halving the actual amount that we actually generate. So getting the unrest down is super, super important. But this one here, we do want to sort of get more and more research done. So if we can really focus on the unrest by connecting up the villages, we're going to, and if we can just get rid of make them all contiguous, we're going to save a lot of of what's costing us everything. Then we've got the mana. We're generating a little bit from Dasburg and Timbrate. Hardly anything from the towns. If we get a conclave, that will then generate a lot more mana. These are the enchantments. Now these are we've got one city, Alan Al Asan, which actually doesn't have any radiant slots, but everything else is now full, and we're going to be switching them around as well when we start to build up at Dasburg. At the moment, we're using this to promote the production in the actual city itself, but soon we're going to switch across to making the armies stronger. And then this is, what's that one there? This is combat rating of the city defenders is just medium at this stage, so we haven't got anything really super strong, and it's then just showing us what everyone's actually building. If we go back out, so the tax rate, I can reduce the tax rate, which will then reduce the unrest rate, and actually might even do that. We really don't need it. If I bring it down to low, I don't think it's going to impact the actual income all that much. So if I do that, you can see there that this has dropped a little bit. So this is then going to generate a little bit more. I really want to get this research up as high as I can at this stage. So let's just click on done. If we go to details, this then goes to each actual city. Actually, this is probably a good thing for us to have a look at as well, if we're looking at the cities. So the actual what we have in the, I'll just go to the capital. So this is Dasburg. And so you can see all the different buildings that we've actually built in the town itself, and it's showing us down through here. But there isn't any real connection other than just the benefit that they give the actual city itself. And so what we end up having through here is we have like a population. If there's no growth, the population really won't grow. And so we're at 100 hidden through here at this point in time. I don't know if that's the biggest. It must be the biggest, I guess. 59 there, 93 at Timbricate, and this is actually growing at 1. So this one's still sort of growing up. Just go back the other way. Back to here again. So the population is at 100. Unrest is at 26, and I can see what's affecting that one. So the taxes now, by reducing the taxes, we're getting plus 13. In fact, if I get rid of all the taxes, it'll save us a little bit, but we also have like a city count penalty as well. And then the clerics and a few of the other buildings will then sort of bring that one down, and I'll be wanting to bring that down a fair bit. This just impacts how quickly we can grow. So growth is capped at 0 by fertility limit. Growth is the amount your population increases. The more surplus food you have in a city, the faster it will grow. And so grain we have, now grain and materials come from the location that we're in. So the location yield we have 4 grain natively with the city. When we sort of start off a city, in fact I think I can show that. I'll just click on done. So when you have a look, there's, if I go and grab, where's that group? Here they are. With these selected, I can then sort of see these are the yields. And so all the way through here, we have a 2 grain yield and a 2 material, and a 4 material yield. Back over here, we have like some of these are fairly good locations. This one here is a 4 grain yield, 3 material yield, and 1 radiance slot. That's 3, 3, and 2 radiance. So radiance is where we can put spells over the top of cities, and that's what is happening at Dasburg. So Dasburg has got enchanted hammers, and also the one that then gives us mana. Now the mana that we're getting plus 10 per turn. What I might do actually is, just while I'm thinking about it, I might change that. So if we just go back in and just get rid of meditation, I can just free up that slot and then just go back to my spells and just we've got the solace, the Scholar Sanctum. We also have things like increased gold production in the city by 25%. So you can see that these can be multipliers ultimately. But what we'll be wanting to do when we start to build up our armies is to go back and get the Aura of Might. So all units trained in the city are plus 1 defense per radiance. So they're going to get another plus 2 defense with that one there. And the Heart of Fire, all units trained in the city get plus 1 fire attack per radiance, but increases the unrest in the city by 5%. So that's going to make, when we start to build up our armies, these are the 2 things that we want. At the moment we've got enchanted hammers, which essentially adds 1 more material to the city, which gives us like extra production. So if we go, and I'm just going to go and grab this one. I did actually have this one here, plus 1 mana per radiance. So the more radiance you have, the better off that one will be. But let's just go and throw this one in. This city generates plus 2 research, so we'll go and cast the spell on Dasburg, and now the research has now gone from 8 to 10. All right, so back to the ledger. And go to details. I'll just do that one at Dasburg because we're looking at it. So here you'll sort of see that we've got 4 grain, which is just the basic yield of where we are. Materials, we've got actually Celeste is there. So Celeste is our spouse in the game, and so she is actually giving us another plus 1 material to the city, which gives us more production. And so this one determines the base production of a city. So we've got the location yield is 3. The enchanted hammers gives me another plus 1, and Celeste being in the city gives me another plus 1. So I can move her around to different locations if I'm wanting to push the development of a location. So she's sort of like a bit of a builder, and so that just gives me a little bit more of what's going on through there as well. So we've got the and we can sort of see things like the cleric is giving me minus 5 unrest in that location. All of this, and there's the 2 radiant slots that we sort of saw there before. So this is like the base amounts. When we have a look and see what we actually end up having through here, this is the actual output that we have. So we've got Gildar there of 0.4, so we've hardly got anything. got a base fortress and a fortress coming up, so +1 of each of those. The merchant +2. Trade is plus 0.4. The taxes are 10%, so the city guild there is 4.4. I wonder what the why it's only 0.4 there. Not sure why there's a negative amount. Yeah, I'm unsure about that one there. Maybe when we end our turn that may change. We'll just sort of see how we go. Anyway, research as well. We've got, again, unrest is taking a slice of this. Mana, we've got the death shard, so we get 1 mana from the death shard. Food, getting +25 per grain. So in this case, we're getting 25 per grain, which gives me +100. The population is eating up 100, so that's why we've got 0. So we've got no more growth happening there, and I need that to be a lot higher to get the growth going up. Production in through here as well. We've got the +10 per materials. Now we've got the 5 in through there, so we've got like a lot of production. But the unrest again is taking a big slice out of that one. So, and this one here, the fortresses do promote production because that's where we're going to be producing armies. Now I might just even have a look at the other buildings we can go and click on. I'll just go and click on done. Just have a look at the build. We can get the garden, which will give me food per grain of +15. I think we might throw that in there, actually, just so we can get even higher growth. Pop that one out there. The study as well would be good. The smelter would be good. I'm just going to push that one further down. But the Tower of Dominion coming, which is going to give me less unrest. I'll get the garden next, and then I'll get the bell tower just to reduce even more unrest at that point. The study again, just having a study everywhere would be good. I might just throw it into the mix. Just build it up in there. That'll do. All right. Done. Okay, so that's sort of a bit of a deep dive into the way cities work. Travel in cities costs nothing because it's well known the streets are clear and there's no congestion. There we are. It's got traffic lights. It's funny, I've got a very young granddaughter, like she's 3 years old, and I don't know if you know the old Monty Python song, I like traffic lights, which she absolutely loves it because everyone else absolutely hates it. So I introduced that to her months ago now, and she just, every time anyone gets together, it's all like, you know, can we put on the traffic lights song? Just because of the reaction from other people. Anyway, it's funny. Yeah, it drives everyone else nuts. Okay, so a lot of people haven't heard of that Monty Python song. Actually, it's sort of funny when you tell people about it. They go, "What? I haven't heard of that song." And yeah, 3 and already trolling. Absolutely, actually, she watches people's face when it comes on to see what their reaction is. Yeah, which is funny. And anyway, it's all right. So we'll just go and press tab. What have we got? We've got that one. We've got this little army here. So we're going to head north, I think. I'm going to avoid these guys. These are too strong for me. And we'll tab across down to here. So Yithrin has only just been built. Now we do actually have iron ore there as well. We're going to need a lot of iron, but we also need to be building up in here as well. So let's just go and build. We've got the monument, which is going to give me an extra zone of control. I think I'll actually push that one up. Just get it a bit higher. And I'll just keep on, again, queuing things up in here. Growth again, so the garden would be useful. The bell tower to get unrest down. Workshop is always useful. Let's go this way and build the iron mine. We're going to need a lot of iron. We've got a quest down in here. Oh yeah, that's the big one, which we're not going to be able to do for a while. We've almost got the crystal crag there. So that is fine. We'll just go and press tab. So we've still got this unit. Now they're moving out a little bit away from their territory. Now they just randomly move. Just got to avoid them. Now we're going to be getting drills, which will give me +1 army size. I'm going to move sick out now as well. And so we'll get sick involved with the actual group fairly soon. We now have the Tower of Dominion. This will then shorten the time for everything because the unrest will now be down, way down. So it's only taxes or anything actually impacting what we have. And we're not really making a lot of money now, now that we did reduce those taxes. Who's that group? That's a scout party from Capitar. Okay, so we're now a little bit ahead of Capitar. We were a little bit behind. Oh, hang on, I shouldn't have pressed turn. That's like a scout group. They've wandered back in again. So we're friendly with them at the moment. Gee, they're moving a long way. 6, wow. Mansa Blood, they get +1. So when we do come up against Capitar, they're going to be quite fast. So we're now building the study here. The lumberyard. Only got the 1 growth. That would be good as well. All of these things are good in these sorts of locations. Let's go and throw the lumberyard in. Just replaces what we had there previously after the sawmill. So just go and build that. The inn replaces something else as well. Forget which one that one replaces. That'll do us. Now, drills are still 5 seasons away. We'll just keep those 2 groups together until we can sort of join them all together. Alright, now, down through here, we've only got 1 radiant slot. It's way down in the corner, and I do need to get a conclave. So I think I'll choose the conclave here. Geez, that's not good. We have a Darkling army down there. I'll have to bring a group down to protect that, I think. They're still far enough away that we don't need to worry about it. Who are you? That's Saressa. That's the leader of the group, I think. Yeah, so what did she attack there? I'm not even sure what she attacked. I might have to go back down and actually just protect what we've got. We've got this other quest. I think we'll just move back off. Okay, so Gildan has now built the Merchant Cross Bazaar. So now we have the other building as well. This one's got 2 radiants. +2 research, +1 production, +1 Gildar. This one here gives me extra zone of control. I think I'll go town again, just to keep on building up what we need. Which will give me, like these grow bigger and they get more Gildar. So we'll go to town there. Just keep on building it up. Yeah, so we've got a few different groups up that way. Let's just leave them alone for now. We have the Pioneer here. So we want the Pioneer to go up this way. And we want this to sort of be able to pick up both the iron ore and the crystal crag. And also then connect. Now, it's only going to create like a 2x2 initially, so it needs to sort of move into the middle here, which is not going to be awesome in terms of getting the connection, but well, eventually we'll get there. Just move across. Bring these down. I don't want to sort of trigger anything until I'm really ready. Alright, back in here we're just going to create an outpost. And I'm not sure which city that's going to actually be building those in. Yeah, nothing there. It's going to be all queued up in here, unfortunately. Yep, so it's been queued up at the capital. Okay. So this location here, we just want to still keep on just building up all the basic stuff. Again, getting the garden. The study is 14 away as well. The barracks, definitely want that. Bell tower, get the unrest down. Garden. Even the study, just so we can sort of get through everything that we have to get through. That'll do us. So initially we're just trying to sort of get our economy as strong as we possibly can. Just building the workshop. Nearby Crystal Crag is now in there as well. I'll just go and add that one into the list. Move that before the iron mine. That will allow me to then to get magical equipment. Private Joe saying, hi Daz and chat. Anyone can tell me the most important improvements with the latest update? Anything major? Nothing too major, just more polish. Spit and polish applied, I think, is more what we have. We've got our force down in through here, which will just be helping to protect this particular city. Look at the details. So we've got 4, so this will be able to protect against these darklings. I don't know where they came from. They do tend to just spawn in areas that you don't control. Alright, we'll leave that one there. So what have we got left? No construction here. Again, the gardens and the grocers. Faction food per grain is going to help everyone. The monument zone of control +1. We'll definitely do that. We now have drills, so we can now sort of add one more group to the to what we have. Let's just go and open up our research again. So we do want to get blacksmithing eventually and armor, but before that, I want to now go back to civilization and pick up cooperation, just so we can actually get the bigger groups. So we have to now go back and get administration first, and then cooperation. So click on done. And so this is now, Tib rate is also now leveled up. And so the one that we want here again, I think is just the extra initiative. The strike garrison. The infirmary gives me +1 hit point per level, per unit. But the initiative is so important. So I'm just going to go that way. Now, where is tip rate? That's down in through here. This is the other. This is one we just upgraded there. I don't know why it didn't zip across to it. That's all good. That's good. That's good. That's good. So down in through here, we want to be building up. Again, growth. We've got merchant. We've got the monument zone of control. We'll just go and make it a little bit bigger. The unrest is very high, so the bell tower is going to help. It's a sage, which provides a research bonus, but again, we want to get the unrest down as much as we can. Growth is still thumping along, so we don't need to worry about that one. The study, we'll throw that one in as well. And the sage. Workshop maybe before a lot of these things, just so we can sort of get more production. And then ultimately even the merchant. Just build them up. Done. Alright, so that's the one conclave that we end up having. Just tab. So just go through the city there a little bit, which gives us a bit of a boost. And I can now move Sick back in with the group. Now the garden has been built in here, which should give me more growth. Yeah, no, we're still not getting it. I thought the garden would have helped us there. Okay. So among the smouldering ruins stands a lone robed traveller. He claims he arrived just after the attack, an exile from Paradin, seeking shelter. You must decide if he speaks the truth or hides blood on his hands. So we can hold him accountable for the slaughter, believe his testimony, and offer him a place in your retinue. Well, let's offer him a place. He bristles with your suspicion, but accepts food and purpose. The road for you is dangerous, yet better than an exiled alone. Okay, so we'll just go and click on that one. So we've got the, these are the exiled Paradinian, which I think is magical. So that's all done. So back into here now, we have another unit. Now this one ultimately is, if we're just going to move across, this one is a, if we have a look and see what they've got, if we look at the, that's a renaming. If I double click it, no, it's still going to be equip. If we go to equip, so we can sort of look at the everything that's going on. So at this stage, they do actually have an incineration stuff, ring of embers, so got a fire attack as well. What else do they have? Nothing else. I wish that this should show out more. Like even if it's just even a border around it, to sort of show, like this is showing it's the default for this particular grouping that they end up having. But this one here is only, like this one is only hit 9 hit points. Level 1, and so it does have the incineration staff there, which does 6 fire attack, but does reduce its initiative. So what we're going to do is we're going to go across to traits or skills. This one here is Altarian Blood, so plus 10% experience. And backstory, anything there? Seek no mercenaries, yeah, blah blah blah. Excuse me, I'll just click on done. And if we now go and do the upgrade, so we can spend 100 just to raise the, make it a party of 3. So we'll do this upgrade here, and fairly soon we'll have the upgrade of 4. So we'll sort of get these ones so that they're now going to be more useful. Hi Sev, how you going? How goes the campaign? We're still early days yet, very, very early. What do we got there? We definitely want that clay pit. Actually, I should be trying to push Dasburg north. We need to get more growth in here. So, is there anyone we want to take out of this group in here? What does Sev do? Let's have a quick look at the skills. So there's no benefit here to help out in a city. Let's look across at, well, Sick did have something. If we just go and have a look at the skill level here. So we have Revenge. Actually, maybe we didn't. Trog Blood there. No, I'm not seeing it there. Traits. Let's click on done. I'm just seeing if there's anyone that is worth. So crunch. We'll have a quick look and see. Skills, mage, knowledge, potential, healer, wraith blood, water, and then law master. So +1 research, but we get that anyway, so it doesn't matter where we are with that. So I think we're okay there. It's just that we just don't have a spot for this one here yet, just yet. Let's just move them back into the capital. So that's going to be useful ultimately to have them. We can't build those ourselves. We don't have the ability to build those magical units. We're a non-magical faction. There's nothing much else back up this way. So we'll just bring this one down just to get rid of those darklings that were down this way. You see there's a few of them now. I don't know where they're coming from. Hi Nicola Jovic, how are you going? Alright, so just press tab. So they're on the road now. We'll just auto-resolve these. Auto-resolve. Not getting much loot here. Our fame is growing, which is good. Yeah, there's big groups of darklings in here. So this town has now, if we just go back into the building here. So we're just again getting unrest down, getting the connection up. Let's just keep it building up. Oh, this is under attack. I didn't even see this. Now, this is not what we want. I think I'm going to have to save scum back a bit just to get units across to help out here. So we're going to lose this city, unfortunately. And yeah, they destroyed us, and we hardly did any damage. So unfortunately, with the game, and I don't like this, is that that's it. You can't even build back over the top, or you couldn't before. So this group has come out of here, and I just didn't see it. So I am going to go back a few turns. I'm just going to go back into the main menu, load the game. I don't like that. This is the one thing that people do complain a lot about. Is exactly that. Is that you end up with these massively strong groups, and I think it's the one thing that people really, really dislike about it. You can see it's right on the edge there. I just didn't see it. Just did not see it. Now, if I move them across, that's going to be even worse. I'll just do a quick save here. I really can't do much more than that. And all we can really do is hope that we end up getting there in time. Bringing these across is not going to be helpful. Let's just hope that it wanders off in one of these other random directions. Okay, we got there. All right. Yeah, it becomes quite annoying. I've got to say the way that sort of does work. So we've got administration now, where we've got a town hall which we can now build, upgrades from the bell tower. We can produce extra growth as well. So we'll continue research now. So it hasn't wandered, but this will be very, very strong. I hope it does attack the city. So we'll just have to now sit inside there. Now we do actually have... I've still got some protection back down this way. And I'm going to move... I'm going to keep Celeste in here just to push the production along. But I'll move that group in there. Okay, Sika's now gone up a level. So if we have a bit of a look, again, we've got the potential defender, plus 10 defense when defending. I think I'll still just get potential. Oh, hang on, no, we've already got it. We've already got that one. Recoil. Okay, I'll start there. Message from Resolin. Okay, so safe travels. Resolin is, wow, nearly dead. Here we go. So we're now under attack. This will be an interesting little battle, I think. This will be hard. So we're strong. We've got a lot more attack than what they've got, but they're going to have, like, these air shrills, which shouldn't be too difficult. It's going to be the air elemental is going to be the problem for us. At the top here is going to be very, very difficult. So we'll go to battle, and hopefully we don't lose anyone. Now the air elemental should have a very, very high ability to be able to keep on sort of moving through and doing things. Let's have a double click on the elemental and just see what we're up against. 66 hit points. It's got 4 moves. Defense 0, that's interesting. Initiative 26, which is high. So that's why it's next. Then all the air shrills get a turn. They'll be doing a lot of damage. It's got very high dodge. So this one here is, if we go back to the skills, we're looking at, this one is large, so plus 5 hit points per level. It's already, what level are we? Not seeing what level it is. It's level 7, there we go. So it's level 7 there. So it's getting, so it's got a fair few hit points. Immune to lightning, okay. Immune to poison, so we do hit with poison. Gust of wind. A gust of wind blows 3 adjacent enemies next to the caster back a tile, unless they resist, knocks them prone. So that's going to be, we have to be very, very careful of that one. Dodge. So we've got dodge 2 there. We've got immune to counter. So this unit never gets counterattacked. So we don't actually have anyone. Actually, we do. We've got our defender has got the dagger, which is a counterattack weapon, and then we've got flying. So this unit can travel on any tile. There's no movement penalty anywhere. So essentially, it's got the movement of 4. So it can move back in behind everything. So we have to be careful of this. Just go and click on done. We do actually have Warlord Verga has got better initiative. So we've got an initiative of 31. Now the shrills, if we have a look at those as well, these are level 2. Have a look at their skills. So these are immune to lightning, immune to poison, static blast. So lightning strikes a random enemy group for 4 lightning damage, and it's got dodge, so plus 4 to dodge. So these have now these also just have a basic attack. I mean, I guess that is sort of their attack. Oh no, attack of 7 there. Yeah, there we go. All right, we'll see how we go. But all I can do initially is just go after these shrills. Now, Warlord Virgo has got 63 health and has a lot of defense. So I'm going to move across to here. And just start to smash our way through these. There we go, that's 1 down. That's not bad. And that was against militia. Static blasts are going to be all over the place. They're a bit random. Now, Rua, we have to be, again, very, very careful of these because this thing can move at 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, essentially. There's no counterattack, so it can just keep on flying anywhere it likes. So let's move back further. Now, it's not immune to spells, and we could slow it down. We do have the slow spell here. Just double-click that again, just to make doubly sure. Skills. Its spell resistance is 7. Yeah, so we'll just see if we can slow it down. Yep. That's been slowed, or what that will now do is it will, if we go back to its skills, so it's now slowed, and so it's now got -5 to initiative. So it's going to be a little bit less that it will actually, be able to do anything. So that's now slow, which won't do much to it. Crawl Gravehands. Now this is our defender. And again, defense here is not really a big thing, but we've only got 36 hit points. We do have 6 defense. I think we just have to go for it. And then we've got the grey spears. Now, some of these, I'm not sure which one's a Began's group. If we double click, yeah, these are Began spears. Done. I'm going to use the militia against this guy, and we're just going to use the spears against these guys. Now, the spears should have a special ability. This is Impale. We need 3 stamina, and at the moment we've only got 2 stamina. So I just need to do some hits. We almost got rid of that one. We have the next one as well, which I prefer to be having the militia in there, to be honest. So I can't really move them around anywhere. Let's just leave them where they are for now. The attack that we actually have through here, we've got 15 attack with these grey spears. If we double click these guys, their attack is a lot more, but they've got less defense. So I'm just going to go and pass. Now this one again, we just want to move these ones back. This is Meridisi. This is not Meridisi, this is Sev. Alright, so what do we have? We've got Burning Hands Curse. Has no defense for 3 turns unless they resist. Let's do that. Resisted it, unfortunately. And then we want to bring these in to surround them with these guys, because they hit pretty hard. There we go, that was good, that bash was good. But it doesn't knock it prone. A bash will knock things prone. We're getting through it. Yes, we've almost got this one down. Now, we can move Warlord Verga across and get rid of this guy before he gets a shot. So we have the Archer party, then we have the Paradin, and then we go all the way back up again. The Elemental, because it's been slowed down, has actually lost a turn. So it's way at the back there. So now if I use the... I do actually have the special ability. This is a cleave. Launch... a 23 attack. I'm going to move up into there in that case, and we'll just do one of these attacks. So I can actually hit those 3. Kill 2 of them. That one dodged out of the way. So these are the archers. I'll leave them as a bit of a target if this thing does get to fly across. 5 damage. And then these guys, the ones that we brought in before. So, now what do they have? They've got rush. Take an extra action. Don't know if that gives us 2 actions here. Oh, there we go. So that, with its fire damage, did the damage there, which is very cool. And we'll just go for the hits. Because these have got the static blast everywhere, we'll just get rid of them. What was I worried about? Hi Grayling, how you going? And is that it? No, we've still got this one over here. Done. Great. That was good. That was a good result for us. So using the city to help with the attacks, we would have been okay, I think, even without the city. To be honest, that was very, very cool. Now, this is Sev. Sev has now gone to level 5. Now, we've already done this one through here. The healer is such a useful one to get this first aid. If we just go back to Mage... Spell Mastery Summons. We're really not going that way, so I'm going to go this way here. Fire Eater, double damage with the Flame Tongue ability. Because she's a Draconian. We'll just go that way, choose Healer. So I need them to sort of be supporting units at the back, in the back there. Hi Sedgehammer. And did I miss any other comments? I think we're okay. Alright, so that is good. That was a good result for us. Now, where's the other group that's been wandering around all over the place? So just protecting these little locations is quite important. Sev did take some damage there, actually. I don't know how. Well, it must have been from the others. The Grey Spears. Let's leave the Grey Spears behind. Where's Began's group? Is that? There's Began Spears there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We'll move them back down now to defend that other location. Let's make sure there's no other enemies. Yeah, we've got the enemies down here which we need to get hold of. So we'll just keep them sort of marching around these roads. Alright, they'll be there in a turn. I should be doing that every turn. Just double checking what we've got, what we're dealing with. City events. So they've built that one. They've got the Crystal Quarry now, which is good. They've got the study. They're onto the Grocer. Bell Tower, back onto the study. Alright, that's good. Let's press tab. Auto resolve. And done. So there's only 3 groups there. I don't know where these are all coming from. I think it's just the forest. So we've got little groups there. That one. More coming in. Alright, so Celeste is the spouse that we've got. So, with her abilities, I will get that one there. Just choose knowledge. Again, auto resolve. Hi Quark, how are you going? We picked up a flawless iron there. And he hit back. Ooh, these guys here, I'm going to have to be a little bit careful of these. Don't know how they got in damage there. Just tells us, you know, what went on in the actual fight. We picked up a bit of flawless iron. Alright, so they've been moved out from there. There's a wild ogre camp down that way. And ultimately we can get them on our side. We're almost connected there. This thing's starting to grow a little bit. Yeah, we've got, there's things everywhere now. I might come back through the bottom here. It's 4 turns to do that. To get around to there is only 3. Well, let's go and take this one out. This shaman camp. Now we've got a couple more crafting menus that we can now go and do. We don't have enough of the platinum ore, or the radiant rubies, or the flawless crystal. And just make another one of those. And can make a dagger now as well, because we just picked up some flawless iron. But we won't do it just yet. So you can make a warhammer with that flawless iron. I think we need 3 for that. Warhammer is 3. Yeah, we've got 2. So not quite enough to give the better weapon. The daggers aren't bad, and you saw there even in the last one, like, you know, the actual damage that was done wasn't terrible. Yeah, we've got like, yeah, here's wild ogres here. These have been spawning. Yeah, we've got mites. That's nothing really much for us to worry about. Okay, we'll just double check. That's the only one we've got. Got the bell tower coming up next. No construction there, so we'll just go back into building. And at this location, got the well. The market would be good. Just make it grow up along the way there. Town hall. Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, we need town halls actually. Bring them in closer. That's going to help. I'll just get them all queued up, then we'll sort of just deal with things afterwards. That's what we have there. Barracks there. We've got the bell tower coming in here. Yeah, town hall we only get in the towns themselves. Well, let's study the merchant. Bell tower, we'll just go and move that one back. Click on done. Crystal quarry is being produced pretty fast because we've got Celeste in here. We are thumping through the through what we're doing. Our unrest here is now very, very low, just down to 3%. So and she's pushing the actual production way out. So production is 58 now. We're getting plus 10 material per material. Unrest is hardly anything. We've got a heap with the base fortress. So we're actually making a lot of like a lot of ground there. So we can just really thump these things out. Just go back into the building. Town hall. We can build them there. Okay, that's good. So we definitely want to be building that. Probably more so than the iron mine. The smelter. I'm going to end up with the extra, so I will actually put that one in as well after we get the iron mine. That's going to sort of quadruple the iron once we get that all built. We've almost got this crystal mine in here as well. Just not quite. But this is getting very close now to joining up. Once we get the town hall, that will then join up to there. It will almost join up to here as well. The bell tower will help push this one up. And if we get the connection running down through this side, we could end up having all of the cities connect very, very quickly, which would be ideal. So Severs had to move to the YouTube side again. Twitch would be laggy. That's a shame, actually. Now, where's our group? Message from the shaman. Faction killed. Reslin has gone. Okay, so they've completely been destroyed. That leaves us as the only evil faction left. The March of the Trogs. All right, so we'll just going to keep this one coming in. So we've got the shaman army, which is fairly strong, but shouldn't be able to compete with what we've got. The trouble is going to be this shaman. Just do a quick save just in case. There we are. So battle. So these are a bit more powerful than what we saw. It's now summoned a Darkling into the back there. All right, so with the group that we actually have, so Virga has now got his attack. We have to get rid of this thing. There we are, down, that's gone. Now Rua, the shaman won't be as powerful anymore. It's these riders will be the next thing, I think. And we'll bring Crawl across. Began's group. Not enough, not enough. Oh, it used its spear to do double damage. We've been blinded back there by the shaman. I sort of was thinking, the shaman we don't have to worry much about. Well, I think we will now. Dodged out of the way. Dodged. Backswing dodged both, unfortunately. That was good damage. These are fairly strong. Didn't do much damage there. I mean, again, Rua is, or not Rua, this is Crunch, is fairly strong. With dodges and stuff. 4 damage. That one. We've been shrunk down now. This guy's a menace. I think we'll get rid of you. Backswing's going to help. Yeah, we're doing okay here with these. Yeah, that shaman is causing issues. But we do actually have the ability here to smash him eventually. Two damage. create a bit of a block for these guys. It's enough. Ooh, almost. It's almost dead. There we go. Alright, so no more magic. So with extremely high dodge, we're now completely surrounded. Okay, Began, do your job. There we go, that's done, that's good. Charging back into the fight. Using the spear to go through 2 units. Just protect these other units here a little bit. There we go. That should be enough, almost. Yep, there we did it there. So good experience for that one. A demon horn out of that one. So Warlord Verga has now gone up to level 8. So what else do we have here? We've got first aid. We've already got that one. Then this is +1 essence. I only got 4. I can always come back for that one. I wish there was a way to keep on getting essence, like even if it was expensive. I don't know if there is. We've got the chainmail proficiency, which I wouldn't mind getting. We also then have expert axeman, so plus 25% damage when using cleave ability, which we do actually have. I think I'll go, we'll eventually be here. I think I could go this way. Yeah, there's a fair few. I do like this area. I'll go expert axeman. We're going to be keeping that, I would guess. Okay, so crunch, our main mage, chaos and freeze. I'll get the first aid. Increase the drinker's essence by 1. So that should go from 4 to 5. Yes, it did. Great. Okay, that's good. That was good. Now that means we should be able to ultimately craft that if we have to, I would guess. What are we dealing with there? Now we've got cooperation, so we now have the palace, upgrades from the town hall. Open up research. So cooperation has now made it so we can actually go and train bigger units. Now the money that we have, it's not great money. Education. Now this is actually wildland allies, so we can get unlocks the ogre camp, the troll camp, and the scath pit. Do we want ogres? Army size there as well. Then logistics just over here. Magic we've done hardly anything with. We're going to get crystal fairly soon. I won't worry about it too much. Blacksmithing will then allow us to start to build mounted warfare, horses and stables, and then that leads on to warg riding, which we do have wargs close by. Juggernauts is 32 away. of there. Again, these are all really good stuff. Agriculture is going to give me growth. Construction. Again, these are all really, really good. I think, again, education is going to be useful. So let's just go, I've got animal husbandry there, butcher, storehouse. Let's go this way. Click on done. Now these are only medium, the ogres. Yeah, I don't know if what that will mean. Yeah, so Reslin was destroyed. Those mites don't really matter that much. Alright, well, while we're here, everyone's now pretty much healed back up again. So we'll take these ogres on. Now I do need to protect the others from these guys. So let's just move into the front. Now they're, how fast are they? Initiative only 17. I'll still slow them down. Crawl up just to stop them from getting through to our magic users. And back in here, we've got 11, so let's go and curse them. That brings its actual protection down to 0. I still can't use this just yet. I'm going to, now I've got a few different things. I've got Horrific Whale, got Berserk. Shield Bash, launches a 5 attack and knocks the victim back 1 tile. Not sure if that puts me back into defense. No, it doesn't. Down. Ooh, they're going after sick there. Okay, this one here has still got 11. No, this one's got 6. Let's just get rid of it. Almost. There we go. Good. Got another level up, so sick went up a level, and with what we have in through here, we've got the strength, initiative, guard, add your defense to that of targeted allies, and puts the caster in defensive mode. That's good. Choose that one. Alright, so took a bit of damage there. There's nothing much sort of wandering down this way, so we'll head down south now and pick up this ogre camp. Just go and grab the goodies first. Oh, reinforced chain shirt. Okay, so now we do want to start to get chainmail. We've got a couple of items now which use chain, but we just don't have the ability to actually make use of it. Let's see what we have there. Let's press tab. Move down. So another 2 of these, just going to battle. Oh, this one's much more open, which is a bit of a problem for us. So I want to stop them from moving up. Yeah, they've stopped a little bit here. If I move to there, they can move in around. If I move to there, this one can't. Now we want them moving all the way back. Slow that one down. In this case, I'm just going to go and do a just pass, because we can go from 6 defense to 31 defense. With what's happening there. So this one has been slowed. Let's just go and now move into here. Still big damage. It's still big damage. We wanted to use the curse here now. Against that one. So we can do big damage there, and whoa, been bashed into the ground. That one there. No, let's just kill this one off. One's down. I can send this one berserk. This is Beacon's Spears. I think I might do that. Go berserk, guys. Do the damage. And go berserk here with Warlord Verga as well. So we've got no more control over them. We've still got a bit of points, so we'll curse that one. Just move out of the way. Now that we're taking damage. There we go. That's good. The Paradins certainly helped out there. Now, so this is Sev. Has now gone up a level. I think first aid at this stage. And new technology researched. Agriculture. Okay, that was just a quick one. Continue the research. Guiding pike. 22 accuracy. So 22 attack plus 20 accuracy. Ignores 33% of victims' defense. Requires level 5. It's two-handed. The guiding pike. Well, this is something we could actually give to Beacon Spears. At the moment we're just using spears, but we could actually say, hey, here you go. Where is it? There it is. Oh, we can't use it. Why can't we do that? Oh, it's level 4. Okay, so not quite there yet. So we do actually have the guiding spears. So we can throw them in anyway. That'll just help out a little bit. Now this one here, the reinforced, I can actually put that on board. But I don't know if I want to do that with this group. Because I'll be wanting that one for the... Well, I can always bring it back off, I guess. Can't use the plate helm. So these are all of the other items that we end up having. So, but you could say, I need better gear. Well, you've got it. Now you really are decked out. Done. So beacon spears are now really getting quite strong. Oh, one thing we didn't do is I didn't actually fix them up. We'll go this way anyway. Where did it disappear to? So we've got a bit of gold now, so we'll just go back into beacon spears and just go to upgrade. So the upgrade we have is we can actually now just go and add one more group to it. So it's now a group of 4, and same with this group as well. I forgot to do that before. So just keep on upgrading the numbers in there, so that makes them even more powerful. So that's good. The garden coming, that's fine as well. Might head that way and just sort of see what else we can find. Town Hall, this is now connected to that one, but not quite connected into here yet. It's funny, we didn't connect there either. I thought we'd actually end up getting a bigger area. So not quite. We do need to get a another group down this way as well. But I'm liking where everything is sort of heading at this stage. Crafting menu. Yeah, I won't worry about any of those. Well, there we are. This is an Earth Elementals army. This is too strong for us. So they've wandered out of here. Just go back again until we're strong enough to deal with that. Now the clay pit here is ready to go. We'll build that one as well. Get that one done pretty quickly. Have another ogre's army at the top there, so maybe we'll just get rid of that one because we know we can deal with that one with these groups. What we might do is let's go to this group as well and just do the upgrade. Okay, I've got a few shrills there. I won't go up that way, I will go across. Yeah, these are strong. We're getting up there though. We're starting to sort of get the getting to a position where we can sort of challenge those. So these are crag spawns. So they've got very, very high defense. Immune to poison, tough. So we can use the curse on these to get the defense down. I do have a bit of spell resistance. trying to lock them in. So we'll slow them down. Now, Cruel Gravehands should be able to defend pretty well here, but let's just see how we go. And again, all we want to do is just block them off. Resisted, unfortunately. Yeah, that's good. That's good. So we pick up revenge every time that sort of happens. Great. So the magic cuts through the armor. Oh, hang on. It's already been cast on that one, so I'll just keep on going for it. I need to get more spells there, I think. Let's go berserk. Yep, it's been cursed, so its armor has now gone to nothing. It's a magical attack anyway. Yep, by defending, it's certainly helping. You can go berserk as well. There we are. Big numbers, big numbers. It's funny, for such simple combat, like there's actually a bit of thinking involved as well, which is pretty good. It's good fun. Now we've still got one more. I'm just going to move up and just see if these move in towards us. That one sort of did. So we should be able to sort of, we should be able to take this one on. Let's go and do it. And so these are just shrills, which have got sort of like a magical attack. And again, I'm just thinking we possibly just go berserk with him, I think. Because we're just going to be doing any old thing. Why didn't you move further? We got slow, but we also then have the attacks. It's going to do minimal damage. Let's just start slowing these down a little bit. No point in defending anymore, because this is magic. Good. These don't really have any armor anyway, so we'll just keep on smashing them. Yeah, these are useful. What are you doing? Oh yeah, okay, that's all right. I was trying to figure out what was going on there. Didn't make sense. I think we'll make Began go berserk now as well. Might need to. Alright, we took a bit of damage there, and I really shouldn't have gone as berserk as fast as what I did there, I don't think. So we can now build the castle. This one goes up from the wooden wall. research. This one does unlock the ogre camps and things like that. I think we'll go back to warfare now and head towards juggernauts. Lair cleared. Rusty boots. No one can actually wear those at this stage. Actually, maybe Beacon can. No. Yeah, it doesn't have plate mail. Okay, that's fine. Oh, Beacon's level 5 now. Okay, so we can go back into the equipment and give this across. So we bring that one back out again, the guiding spear. So this one now makes Beacon's group very, very powerful. But I don't think I want to take that on just yet. Let's just wander back a bit. Just keep an eye on what's going on down that way. Whoops, wrong group. Caravan destroyed. So that will have been back again. So the caravan that was destroyed would have been across here somewhere. Well, actually, there's Capitar there now. We're getting close to. Well, at the moment we can't really afford to keep an army, so we will need to go and do some stuff there. Town hall still not connected up just yet. Need this to expand out. The market's coming. Study, garden, grocer, well. Do have the palace. We can only have one per civilization. See growth bonus and lowered unrest levels in the populace. That is something. The unrest doesn't matter much back in here, but once we sort of get going, getting the palace there is going to be useful, I think. You've got 0 unrest. Growth is actually going up very, very strongly now. So I don't really think we need much. I don't think we need a palace there. This army. What I might do is I might come back in again and we might switch over. Okay, this one's now leveled up. So this archivist, this is our conclave. So we've got the archivist increase the research city provides with its when it's producing research. The oracle allows you to tap into the magic of elemental, adding an additional essence to the city. Now we've already got 2. That's good. Scroll scribe, so increases research by 20 and makes scrolls available. I think we'll go that way. Oh, hang on. We only had 2. We only had 1. So it wasn't as good as we thought. Oh well, we'll still keep on going with it. Try to get our research done as fast as possible. Capital's catching back up again. Just go back to their equipment as well. We can sort of add that one back into there. They're only level 3. So just make them a little bit more powerful. Now, where is our group? On the Crystal Crag. I'm going to move Sick out of there. Move these guys into that group. I think that it's just going to be a bit stronger having the forces together. Yeah, there's nothing else that we can really do there. So we've still got the 2 magic users, which have been useful. So what else do we have that we can smash? We've got these ogres. Just going to grab myself a drink of water. Be right back. Okay, rank check. See how many factions are on this map. I know the other evil faction is out. There should be 3 of the good factions. Three kingdoms. So we're the only empire left. So it sort of works. Empires are sort of like more evil. They're not strictly evil. Like it's a bit more nuanced than that. I'll just do a quick save here. Just his defense without him being able to retaliate. I need a sword for him, and I don't actually have one. Then Sick will be quite powerful once he gets a sword. Let's go into battle here. That's the level 3 group. Beacon spears. Ooh, big damage, that's good. It's been bashed to the ground. But survivability is strong. Cursed. Now it's time to go to Berserk. There we go. Critical damage. Yeah, big damage because it's on the ground. You can go Berserk as well. Why not? There we go. Massive, massive damage there. So beacon spears are certainly doing very, very well. Yeah, the garden is done there. Still got more of these little mites and things. That's the only one we have. Alright, no construction here. Now, how are we going? Are we joined up in here yet? Yeah, we've joined up there, and we've joined up here now, finally. So it's just this one here that hasn't joined up yet. Town Hall, go and grab that one. Merchant, study, the market, great mill. Now, this is a world achievement. 40 seasons for that one. I don't really want it in this city though. That is sort of more, this one now should be pretty protected. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. I don't think we can build it in here. Well, we can actually. In that case, we'll grab the Great Mill. The smelter first, and then the Great Mill after that one. So I'm not able to really until we're going to have to push the taxes up fairly soon, just so we can sort of start to make more money to build up an army. This one as well. We want to be building on that one. Yes, we do have the connection there. Actually, we do have everything connected now, so that's all good. So all the cities are now connected. Token will, okay, so we can use this one in to bring a sand golem. I won't bother with it yet, they're not all that strong. So this is the town that we actually had through here. We've got the guild warehouse. Increase the amount of guild out produced when the city is producing wealth. The slums would just make the growth go bigger, and the guild growths are here. This one produces. This one improves the hit points of all our units by 5%. But I think I'll go with Guildard. Guildard's what we're going to be needing, so we'll just go that way. So Supreme Plague is saying, does the mods for the old version work on this one? I remember having a lot of outfit mods for the troops. I'm not sure actually. I'm really not sure. And Sick is saying Defender's kind of underwhelming early on, but I haven't got one higher level though. Well, they've got to pay if they want for protection. No, they're actually very, very good because they end up with the massive protection if you can just get them with enough armor and with swords. Swords is the key. Now, blacksmithing does give us the short sword, and that's going to be ideal for for putting on your character actually. So he is back in here, but just doesn't have the ability to do anything. And with the crafting, we just don't have, the Warhammer doesn't have a retaliation attack. So it's got a big attack, but not a retaliation one. And we've still got to find more iron. There is a way to get more, but I forget how to do it. Yeah, that's all we got there. Just press tab. Which would tell you what the cost is of those once you've visited them. Let's just keep on hovering around. We've got the big groups still wandering around in through here. Okay, we're now building the this great mill. Still just a bit too much for us, I think. I just don't think we can go for them just yet. God, beacon spears do such a lot of damage. Why are they protecting this? 2 crow demons and an air elemental. I might have a crack at this. Oh, they've wandered off. I wanted that. That's what I wanted. So if we move across to there, I can still move on I can still move out away from all of these different things, or I can, I'll move away, just so we don't get attacked by multiple things in one turn. So let's go to this. I want to grab this library because this will then give me a big boost to research. Dragonfly braces. Actually, that was the end of our turn. So these through these arrows allow the arms to move in a blur of motion. Does not apply to the rest of your body. So what does that one do? +2 initiative. I'm not sure where they go. So yeah, that's okay. Yeah, so we were lucky there. It took me two moves to get across there. These are spawning all over the place. I can move back out. I can move across to there. Maybe we do that. Let's just have a look at the equipment first. Yeah, they replaced that. These are better. For Warlord Virga. We do need to keep on pumping along here. So let's just move out of the way to start with. We've now got Juggernauts coming up, so we now have the short sword. Just go continue research. We've now got round shields as well. And if we go back and have another look. Oh, we don't actually have the short sword. I thought we'd be able to build that now. Not good enough. What are the other items for? What do you mean other items? Sorry, I'm not sure what you mean. The other things we had in equipment are these that we've been replacing items where it makes sense, but we haven't really got it much. And what we're looking for is a sword, which will give sick retaliation. Okay, let's go back in here. So we're getting stronger and stronger, which is good. Let's get rid of the shrills. Let's go for the damage here. If you scroll, that's the bottom of the equipment. That's the crafting materials that we've picked up, but I don't know how to buy them. Now this is the other grey spears. You can get across. We'll take that one. So the when you pass a turn, your protection goes up. This is Beacon spears. There we are. Big damage with that spear that he's got. Time to go berserk. And time for Beacon to go to berserk as well, I think. There we are. Massive damage. Someone to keep their head about them. So I can't afford to have these go berserk. Here we come. Just trying to block it off so it can't walk past. Backswing. Almost got it. There we are. Job done. Okay, so what we're going to do, there was something we were going to grab in here. What was it? We had a plan. And I just can't think of what it was. We definitely had a plan for stuff. I'll go that way, I guess. Actually, Horsham saying those initiative gloves are best on the back line. Actually, that's a good idea. Very, very good idea. Put them on crunch. Yep, and then we can just put the accuracy on Sev. Okay, that's good. Broken ground there. Now I've got two groups coming in, just medium and medium. Actually, they're still all together. Yeah, we'll just go this way, I think. Got another group back over there. Mage's robes. 4 defense. Now I've already got Adept's robes, so we'll go and switch them across. And then we'll go across to... Actually, I could even pop them on these. They've got good hit points, though. There's more Sev, 36 hit points. Let's just throw that on there. There we are. Get a little bit more protection. And I've actually run out of time, guys. I'm going to have to sort of finish up. So I'm going to have to leave it here, I think. I'll let the... actually, I'll just play out the turn, and we'll just end the turn and just see if any of these wander into us. So, building back in here. Again, we've got growth, got town hall. Build that one up. Trade proposal. Yep, we'll accept the tribute. And we'll just keep it going a little bit further in here. So blacksmith. Now, actually the blacksmith here is going to be very, very useful. So build that one. Command post, accuracy. These are all the stuff that we need to be sort of really focusing on. We go to farm. Yeah, we won't worry about the others. This one is, the wooden wall is a good one for us to go and get. I think I'll wait until I've got a bit more money. I'll just keep on building them in, and then we can always just go and throw in, that way we can get the castle eventually in through there. How do I get a name? Yeah, so Quark is saying, have we redeemed a name? Anyone is fine. Well, we have the other spearmen that are working in with Began's group. Where are they? Up in here. So we've got these are Began spears. I'll make these Quark spears back in through here. These are considered weak at the moment, but we'll just go back and rename them. Quarks Spears party. Why not? But accept that. Quark Spears party, and then we've got Beacon Spears back in through there. So there's the two different groups. Beacon Spears have got like a lot more damage that they do, like their attack. It's because of their weaponry. It's really, we've already got that one in there. So there's nothing much else we can do here yet. I don't remember how to get the crafting stuff. How to get this. There is a way. I think you can do it through a market. Once you've got like some sort of market built. I'll play one more turn. How are we going? We've still got the 3 through here. Let's kill off a few of these. So we've got the Crag Spawn army. Yeah, there's a lot of strong things around in here. It's a Water Shrill. Critical damage, but not very much. We'll start to slow a few of these down. Yeah, that's the first one. I'll slow this one down here. So this is Quark Spears. Beacon Spears, we need to block this off so it can't get through to the mages. And I could go Berserk here, I think. Went for that one. Now it's got around the corner, so now we have to keep the others where they are. We'll curse, they're both on 10, so we'll just curse that one there. Just to get the to get down what they have. So now we have to get rid of this. Okay, it's down to just one. Quark Spears are no real problem. I've got to be careful with who I send Berserk because they end up all over the place. They don't really care what they end up doing. They come. Almost there. That was good. A little bit of damage done to Quark Spears. I wish the names would I've reported this before. I just wish that they would fix it for these streams. So we've still got 2 now. We've still got this this Crag Spawn army back in here. So we've got some biggish armies that are still around the place. Let's go and battle this one. I won't go Berserk this time. Let's kill that one off. 21 protection, 21 that way, 15 back there. So this is Quark's group. You can just tell it's level 4. Nice. Great. It's good work. Certainly weakened it for these attacks. There we go. Critical damage done. So we're doing fairly well there. I think we could actually take these on, but I really don't want to be doing anything sort of too crazy just yet. There is a crystal outcrop back that way as well, which we can claim. Anyway, I will leave it there, guys. So thanks for watching. I'll just go and save the game. DasO2. And I'll be back again tomorrow. So thanks for watching. I'll catch you then if you're around.